Hello everyone, it's Elisabeth from Fashion of the Past. Excuse any background noise. I'm actually going to do a sewing project. I know, this is revolutionary because I sew little bits in here and there, but I'm actually hopefully going to do something that's simpler because I have 2 days to do this. I have 2 days and maybe a couple of hours, a couple of the other days to make this, and this is supposed to be a Christmas outfit for wearing on Christmas at church. So, I came up with this crazy idea, and I don't know how hard or easy this is to make. It could be like really simple, or it could be like really hard. So, hi. So let's just say that first I have some different fabrics that I purchased at a thrift store a couple weeks ago. I should have started this when I bought the fabric, but I didn't. So, and I also have a lot of like Christmassy things that I need to finish up. I still have some gifts that need wrap. I still have to make something for a sibling that I'm supposed to sew. So like, hopefully it shouldn't be that hard to make or anything, but I still have to make it, and I have like no days to do that. I bought this green like wool felt fabric. I was thinking I could attempt to make a skirt out of this. I don't know, just hear me out. A skirt might be kind of cool. And then I was like looking for something in my chest, and I saw this other fabric I have a different project planned for, and I was like, this might go kind of nice with like a wool skirt that's green. So I don't know if I'm going to actually do this. And I also want to preface this by saying that everything is being sewed on the machine because it's going to be so much quicker. I do not have time to hand sew this. I have so much things I need to get done this week. Today I have little time. It's currently 12:30 in the afternoon, and I have from here till whenever I go to bed tonight to work on this. And tomorrow I will be babysitting. Basically, I have a little bit of the morning and the evening, and that's basically all I have to do anything. Wednesday I have the whole day free, and Thursday again I'm babysitting. So I don't know exactly what time I'm babysitting on Thursday. I think it's a different time than tomorrow's time, so I might have more of the afternoon, a little bit, and then the evening. So we'll see. And then Friday and Saturday, completely booked. Obviously, Friday I work. Saturday I also work, which is Christmas Eve, yay. But I actually get to get off early, and I get to come home and do our Christmas Eve tradition, which I'm so excited because it's literally my favorite tradition of all time. It's my favorite Christmas thing to do ever, and I'm so glad I don't have to miss out on it because of work. So that's really exciting. And then obviously Sunday is Christmas Day, so I have very little time to do this project. Sorry that I'm ranting. Let me just kind of show you the other idea that I came up with that might be really dumb. Basically, a while ago this past year, I bought this fabric. It's kind of like supposed to look like a knit fabric, but it's not legitimately knit. It's just like something, I don't know. But I like it. It's kind of cool looking, and it kind of feels not that bad or anything. So I really like the way it looks, and I like that it's white. My plan for this fabric was to make an a Victorian bicycling outfit. Not outfit, a Victorian bicycling sweater. I can't speak. And I was thinking if it's not that difficult to sew it on a sewing machine, and maybe it won't take super duper long, that maybe I could make this now, which I was not planning in the slightest, and make a skirt out of this and wear it with the bicycling sweater. I just picture this green and this fabric going really well together, but I don't know. I've never made a bicycling sweater in my life, and I should probably like do a mock-up so I don't destroy this fabric. But like I said, I also have zero time, and I don't exactly know what to make with this, like what kind of skirt. I was thinking originally like a circle skirt or something when I didn't have really a plan. And then I was thinking I don't want to do a circle skirt because I don't think that's going to look the way I would, like, it's not the right style that I'm going for. And then I was thinking, I have no idea what to do, and I was thinking, well, what patterns do I own with skirts that I could use or that I have used? And I was thinking, well, the one I have used is my 1890s walking skirt. And then I was thinking, but if I tried to make that, it would probably take too long. This is my plan. I'm gonna go out to a bigger area, lay this out, and see if I can fit my 1890s walking skirt pattern on here. I don't know if that's possible. It's definitely long enough, at least for like the skirt length, but I don't know if it's enough fabric. So I'm gonna do that and see if I can fit that fabric on here. If not, I'm gonna just try and make like a bit of a simpler skirt. That one is still fairly simple, at least for historical wear. So I'm gonna do that, and then if I can make this skirt quickly enough and still have a bunch of time left over, I want to see, I don't know if this is enough fabric, but I have this random fabric that I was going to use for a lining for a different project that I'm not making anytime soon, so I can always buy more fabric for lining later. Or I might look at my stash and see if there's something else I could use that I could destroy more and see if this was something else, I don't know. But I'm gonna find something or use this to try and make a mock-up for a bicycle sweater because I want to make a mock-up before I make it and destroy this fabric that I love. I think it's probably polyester, but I still love this fabric. Usually I'm not a fan, but I love this fabric. So basically I'm going to make the green skirt, whether that's the 1890s walking skirt or something else if that doesn't work. And then if I get that finished, I really would like for this to be a quick project, but I just have my doubts. But I'm going to try to do that as quickly as possible, which means I should stop talking to you. And then I'm going to try, if I have that done and I have enough time, I'm going to try to make like a sort of quick mock-up of this bicycling sweater idea and then see if I can make it. I was going to scrap using this, and I was going to attempt to make an 1890s walking skirt out of this amazing wool fabric I have. I've had this sitting in my stash for a couple of years now, and I've just decided, you know what? Why don't I try to make a walking skirt out of this? I decided that today. And then I decided this is a really bad idea. I shouldn't do this. And I was going to make the walking skirt shorter, so this fabric would actually work with the pattern. But I decided I'm still going to do that in the future, but I'm going to hold off. I might actually do that in January. Like, I really wanted to actually do that. But I'm just going to make a skirt with this, and the reason I was going for that is because this isn't going to work with the walking skirt pattern, and I was really kind of hoping against hope that I could make a walking skirt, but that's not happening. So, my next thought is that maybe, I have no idea how this is going to work. Maybe I could attempt to make a skirt similar to the one I'm wearing. I'm wearing this skirt that has a bunch of darts in it, and a waistband, and it has a zipper in the back. I don't know if I'd do a zipper on the skirt I make. I have zippers, so I could. Zipper would be a lot harder to do than just doing, like, I don't know. I'll figure the closure later. The back of this skirt has a couple of pleats, box pleats, because the skirt was too large and I wanted the skirt to be higher up, and it was really large, so I took it in just by adding some kind of pleat things here. But I think there's some darts back here. What I'm going to do is take this skirt off and see if I can figure out how to make a sort of similar skirt out of this green fabric. Okay, so this is the skirt in question. I love the way this skirt looks on me and stuff. It looks amazing. The fabric is kind of fine. It's actually partially linen, but I would love to have this in an actual much nicer type of fabric, like not the type, the pattern. Because I do like this pattern, it's really nice, but I would love to have it in like a solid color and other plaids and things like that that are much more me. But I do love this. I wear this all the time. But my thoughts are, okay, so there's 2 darts in the back on each side. Wait, no, there's 2 darts in the back on each side, so 4 in the back, and then there are 6 in the front, I believe. Yeah. So I need to figure out the exact circumference of all the things. Need to measure the waistband, figure out what that is. I don't know if I have enough fabric. I don't know if I want to make the waistband bigger or not, or keep it the same size. I don't know. Bigger might look cooler. I don't know. We'll see how much fabric I end up having, if this is even going to work with this fabric. See, I have enough fabric that I know I could make like maybe a simple circle skirt or like a square skirt or something, but I'm not sure if I actually have enough to make like a cool skirt like this. So then we have side seams. I just want to look at the different components. So we have side seams, and then we have a back seam. So there's 2 back pieces, 1 front piece. Guess that's the situation here. And then there's a zipper. This is just like one of those kind of older looking zippers. I could put a zipper in my skirt, but I also don't know if I want to, because sewing zippers is too much for me right now, especially with the little bit of time that I have to make this. What I've come up with, I'm going to trace the skirt onto the green fabric, just like this, and then I'm going to add a little bit at the waist portion for the darts, and then that should be it, really. I'm just gonna cut it out, make a waistband with some of this extra fabric. It's probably gonna have to be pieced, I don't really know at this point yet. And it's just gonna be a front and a back piece. Maybe I'll add pockets. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did find this sheet that I bought at the thrift store for making mock-ups and things with, and just doing like kind of whatever with. So I can make the mock-up of the sweater thing if I decide to make that with this rather than the other fabric. So I said I was gonna put pockets in this thing. I think I might just put 1 pocket because I was trying to pick fabric out of my green scraps, and some of them aren't really scraps, they're actually cut out things that I apparently want to make something with or something. So I am just going to make 1 pocket, I think. That might be a mistake, but I guess I could always add a pocket later or something if I really wanted to. I could always pick the side seam and add another pocket later or something. Also, this fabric isn't a perfect match to this, but it's close enough. So what I'm gonna do now is, I guess I should sew the darts. I don't know how much seam allowance I have for the darts, honestly. There's not a lot, because I tried to add a lot of seam allowance, but there's just not a lot of fabric to do that with. So I'm gonna figure out the dart situation. This is why I don't like sewing on a sewing machine, because they always give you freaking problems like this, and like my machine isn't working, and like what the actual crap is happening to my stupid sewing machine. This just keeps happening, and then it keeps beeping, and it's basically saying there's an error or something, and it's not working. I got 1 side seam sewn. It worked. Then I started on the next side seam and started sewing in the pocket, and I got half the pocket done, and then it just conked out on me. Lovely. Lovely. Sorry, I haven't been filming myself actually sewing on my machine because I've been listening to an audiobook, and I been filming on my phone, so I can't do both at the same time. And yeah, and I'm sorry. Ugh. This project is just a mess. There is a chance I might have to hand sew the rest of this all the way down. I can do that, I suppose. But I want to make this work. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this stupid machine. I'm gonna see if I can figure this stupid machine out. Sorry for this weird lighting. I'm gonna see if I can figure out this stupid machine. Probably not. I have absolutely no clue what the frick is happening, and it's pissing me off. Because I have to use this later. Why? I don't have a backup. So I can refill a bobbin. Apparently, I can do that, which I just did again. Took another empty bobbin and thought maybe I'd refill it. See if it had something to do with the other bobbin. Because I just refilled the other bobbin, so I thought maybe I did something wrong. I don't really know what that would have been. But I'm rethreading the needle. You hear that? That's the sound of my sewing machine working. Yay, so it was something to do with the bobbin. That's good to know. Have to admit, for a second there, I thought my machine was legitimately not going to work. But I finished the side seam and it worked. So hopefully it works for the rest of the time, but I guess I kind of figured it out. So if I have that problem again, I think I understand. I mean, I don't understand why I was doing that, but I think I know how to fix it. Let's put it that way. I think the waist situation, basically there's like a little bit of room. Well, maybe there's enough room for the darts, because the darts in my skirt that I'm wearing is like, they're actually like, they're long darts kind of, but they're really tiny, like the actual inside where the dart, like they're super tiny, like really tiny. So whereas a lot of darts, it's like this giant triangle. It's just a long, tiny sewing thing. So I think, wow, I think we have like a skirt. I don't know. I mean, obviously I still want to add some darts because that will definitely make it look much better. But, and even though this like just barely fits over my body like that, it will have like a closer, whether that's a zipper or hook and eyes or something, it will have that, so it should work. Basically, I really want to sew 4 darts in the front and 2 in the back. I've sewn 2 in the front and 2 in the back. I made them the same length as the ones on my skirt. My skirt has 4 in the back, 6 in the front, but I'm reducing this a bunch because it's not enough fabric. But I'm thinking this is not going to fit over me. Actually, before I try this on, I'm going to figure out the slit. That's about 9 inches. Yep. Alright, slit is now cut. Now I can really put this on. Actually, now that there's a slit, it'll probably go over my head just fine. Just better because I'm wearing a skirt, so, you know, no, definitely. Wait, what's going on? Okay, so these are the sizings. Okay. Okay, so this definitely closes pretty great, actually. It's pretty good. This is actually considerably a little bit longer than my skirt. Here, let's see. If I put this at the exact same spot, not including the waistband, well, actually, including the waistband because there's going to be some inches taken out of the top with the putting waistband in. Then this is about that much longer than my skirt. And yes, there's some seam allowance for hemming it, but it's still a little bit longer, just a little bit. And it looks longer for sure. I'm kind of excited as how this is turning out. I'm gonna add 2 more darts in the front because I think we have some room to do that. At this point I'm just doing it anyways. Okay, so hopefully you saw me doing some actual sewing. I added 2 more darts. I guess I should try this back on and make sure it's fine, but there's 4 darts in the front and 2 darts in the back. I feel like the placement of the darts was probably the wrong place, but whatever. It'll be fine. But if you're wondering how I did these darts, basically most of the time when you make darts in a thing, they have like a giant triangle that you trace with the pattern or whatever, and then you sew the dart and it's like this giant piece of fabric. But with the darts in my dress, it was just this long strip that was sewn exactly on the fold, which is exactly what I did. So basically the darts then look like this, and it only took out a tiny bit of the fabric, but then when you look at it from this side, it looks like a dart, you know what I mean? So I was taking out as little fabric as possible from the waist, but it still looks like there's darts in there because they're darts. They're just really, really thin darts, and I think that's awesome because there's not a lot of room to play around with in this thing. So that's the dart situation. I don't think I'm going to add any more darts, but there's a possibility. See, with this having the slit in it, that just makes it so much easier. I can't wait to actually try this on without a skirt underneath because I feel like that will maybe give it a better feel for what I'm looking at. I also have no idea what to do with the back closure. Like, do I just break down and do a zipper? Because that's going to be really annoying. I don't want to sew in a zipper. Or do I just do a placket, which looks nice? But I feel like a placket with this type of fabric would be, again, kind of annoying. The zipper might just be less annoying. I don't know, but I don't feel like sewing a zipper. Something? Let's put it on. Make sure that it still fits. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it's part of the process. Just trying it on. Just gotta put the waistband in. Technically, if I wanted a smaller waistband, I could just sew it down further, or if I wanted it to be bigger, I could sew it up higher. So I'll figure out the exact waistband width once I sew it, but I think it's gonna be a little bit on the bigger side. What do we think? Bigger? Smaller? Which one looks better? I don't know, they both look kind of nice. I will figure that out. I'm gonna go sew this waistband. I'll come back when it's done, and then we'll work on the closure. I did it. I sewed the waistband. It's kind of chunky, but it's sturdy anyways. The inside I whip stitched. I actually used embroidery thread that was a similar color because I thought it would be stronger and hold it better, because this is like a thicker fabric and it's extra layers, and I thought my normal thread probably wouldn't be a good idea for that. Also, I'm realizing now that like I need to sew something to the edge of the slit because it just can't be loose like that. It's not conducive to a good thing. Also, I just feel like a mess right now because my room, it's killing me. it's literally like a pigsty in here, and a good portion of that is because of all the Christmas things, and it's just like, and there's things that I just need to clean up too as well. Hello everyone. So it's way later in the day now. It's currently midnight. Way later. I'm currently letting the skirt hang. I'm gonna let it hang overnight, and then tomorrow morning, before I go babysit, I am going to work on the closure, hopefully, and the hem. The hem should be easy to do. I just do that on my machine, and it's good. But the closure, I don't feel like sewing a zipper, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like it. That's the easiest thing to do. That's the best way to do it without having to like add extra things to it. So I'm probably gonna do a zipper. I have to see if I can find one that matches. I have a bunch of zippers, but I doubt they match. Anyways, about this sweater thing, bicycling sweater. I did find a pattern that someone made. I will, if I can remember to, I can't guarantee that I'll remember, I will try to link this blog post that is done by Fresh Rippery. This is like the popular one that people seem to mention because of other people mentioning it and stuff. So, and she has some patterns here, and I'm just going to use her patterns because that would be great. So, basically, these are just her own paper patterns that she created, so I have to, like, physically make them. So I'm going to take my pattern paper and make the same patterns that she did. Hello, everyone. It's officially Thursday. I was up past 2 a.m. last night working on that sweater, so it was, like, actually around 2 a.m. when I finished it. And then I stayed up a little bit later because I was in the middle of an episode or something, and I was just kept watching it. I didn't actually finish the episode, but I kept watching it. So, I'm currently finishing up the skirt. I'm actually adding the zipper. Basically, what I did was to the back slit, I added a long strip of fabric, sewed it, and now I'm sewing it, folding it over, sewing it on the inside, holding the roll edges in. And I did that to the other side as well. And then I'm hand sewing that because with my machine it's white thread and I don't want it to show through. And I don't know. But I'm using embroidery thread because it's the only green thread I have, and I thought it'd be more sturdy with a thicker thread. And then I'm also, it looks like a little kid sewing on the inside because it's embroidery thread, but you won't be seeing that on the outside. So then I started sewing the zipper in also by hand, also because I don't feel like giving with my machine to sew the zipper, and also because the white thread and, you know, it won't look as nice. So I sewed the one side, and now I'm starting the other side, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I did here. I don't know if you can see that, but I sewed this flap down, and then I sewed the zipper on, and that's what I'm working on. I'm sewing this flap thing down. Can you see the skirt? It's complete with one pocket. Pocket's kind of far down now that I'm realizing that. Pocket is kind of far down. That's an interesting choice by me, I guess. But the skirt is done. The shirt is hiding behind the chemise over here. The sweater, I mean. I will show you the final product of what I look like on Christmas. So that's it for this video. The sweater is finished. I will give you a final look at the outfit on Sunday when I put it all together and do all the Victorian things. The outfit's going to consist of the sweater, which is Victorian, the skirt, which is just modern make, and Victorian shoes, Victorian hair. So most of it's going to be Victorian besides the skirt, which I just finished. You will see in the title. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below. Comment down below what your favorite Christmas tradition is, since it's Christmas season. My favorite Christmas tradition is watching It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Eve and having our dinner. Every Christmas Eve for like the longest time, we have watched It's a Wonderful Life and had like snacky finger foods for our dinner. So we do like cheeses and meats and candies and chips and, you know, like things like that. But cheese is like the forefront of the whole thing, because cheese is awesome. But anyways, that is my favorite tradition. Let me know what yours is down below. And if you're into books, check out my other channel linked below. I will see you in the next one. I hope this inspires you to go into your own sewing rooms. Bye.